Sure. All right.
We're here to help.
All right, folks, we're going to start really soon. If you're a speaker, I think you already know about it. You come and talk to me. So if you're a speaker, start getting ready. Otherwise, if folks can just fill in here behind the podium, don't be afraid to kind of get close. That would be awesome. Thank you.
Cool.
Well,
The podium.
How are you?
Excited about her.
Oh, I like your sign. Yeah, here we go. I know I didn't bring my phone.
Take 4 steps forward and make them big ones.
All right, I think we're actually going to start in like 3 or 4 minutes. So
Oh.
don't feel like you're ready.
You mean we can go? I know.
Good. Yeah, I can't complain. I was just telling some of them, like, I think everything is great. Well, and maybe it's because of where I came from too. So I was like, no, everything is great. But I hear some of my co-teachers, they're just like, oh,
Because you can hear us. We need to work on that.
Yeah.
We can do a video or just a picture? Was it a picture or a video? Like,
What did you drive
does the heat open or not? Really a lot of the train whistle behind us. It sounds like my student. I have a student on campus that the whistle could be. Sometimes I'll do a duet with them. She's gone. She was happy again, but she wasn't the same.
But the sad part is like when my son and then same thing with
I'm
my
okay.
you know it'd be
Always.
so I won't.
There we go.
Oh, people just hold it.
Okay.
I'm gonna put this right here.
Wouldn't that be a good because there's supposed to be
There we go.
Yes.
All right.
All that stuff, every single bit of it.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get started.
Sounds like music. You want to try again? There you go. Are we ready? All right. Still good morning. Good morning. My name is Marisol Garcia. I'm an 8th grade social studies teacher out of the Isaac School District, but Most importantly, today, I am the proud president of the Arizona Education Association. And behind me are educators from all over the state. Week 2 of their spring break, some of them just starting spring break, and some retirees who've joined us. We can always count on them. Who've come down to really make sure that the people who make decisions regarding public education, who introduce, fight for, and vote for public policy, have faces that are actually doing that job, have stories from the people who are doing that job. And so we wanted to spend a little time today talking about why this particular moment is about reining in and dealing with the fact that vouchers are starting and have been, not starting, but have been corroding the public education system in our state. Earlier today, I mentioned to these members that we are the chemistry lab for privatizing public schools in every way possible. And at this point, we have a program that has and will continue to eat away at every student's opportunity to have a better and brighter future, because we have chosen to give a small group of families immense amount of power that has gone unchecked. All of our tax dollars have gone unchecked, unregulated, and even more importantly, we are finding out about a ton of money that is being misused and is fraudulently being used and taken away from our schools. So today we've asked two members to come up and speak on our behalf. The first one is Jennifer Tracy, who is a classified employee in the Glendale Union Education Association. Jennifer?
Hello. My name is Jennifer Tracy, and I'm a clerical employee in the special education department at my school. I am also currently serving as the ESP at large for my local. At my school, just within my department, we have teachers and aide positions that we are not able to fill solely due to pay. We have had several candidates apply and be offered positions, only to turn them down once salary is discussed. This happened as recently as this past week. Across our district, we are facing a major issue with hiring and keeping cafeteria workers. Again, the issue comes down to pay. With much of our employees, even the longtime cafeteria employees, only making minimum wage, there is not much of an incentive for them to stay when they can make $15 an hour or more down the street doing similar work under better staffed conditions. I am fortunate to be part of a 2-income household. I have known that I would not be able to raise my family on my income alone. But this fact was recently driven home for me. One of my close friends, a single mom to a little boy, someone who has worked for our district for over 5 years, first as an aide and now in a clerical position, was finally able to move out of her parents' home and into her first apartment because she qualifies for Section 8 housing. A full-time employee, making sure our schools run and our kids get a quality education, should not have to rely on government assistance to put a roof over their head. We need additional funding to ensure that not just teachers, but all educators involved in the care of our students are provided a living, or better yet, a thriving wage. As educators, we are ready to organize and mobilize to support Governor Hobbs and pro-education legislators as they fight for a budget deal that meets the needs of educators, our students, and our communities. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. I think for all of us behind us as union members, one of the things that is so important to us is that it's not about just how policies and pay impact us individually. It's about how it impacts the entire community, how it impacts our schools in its entirety, and how we are all seen in equal in our impact in our students. So next I wanted to invite an educator from Marana, Raina York, to speak about her experiences.
Good morning. My name is Raina York, and I teach 8th grade science in the Marana Unified School District. And I've been an educator for 20 years. I love my district, I love my school, and I love my students. But I am exhausted. Because of low pay, lack of affordable health insurance for families, and the growing expectations on educators, my district can't fill positions. And if they do, we often lose teachers during the year because they're overwhelmed by the demands. This puts added work on those of us that stay. Someone has to write the lesson plans and do the grading when a sub takes over a class. Many of us have to take on an extra section, giving up our own planned time to cover for an unfilled position. Districts cannot retain and recruit highly qualified educators unless they offer a wage that is commensurate with our education, experience, and the workload expected of us. My typical work week is over 50 hours in order to just stay afloat. In almost any other field, my master's degree would earn substantially more. But I want to stay because I am proud of the work I do, and I strive to inspire my students to become the scientists and engineers that will improve the world around us. But I shouldn't have to sacrifice my well-being and my family because the legislator doesn't recognize the impact their decisions have on those of us that haven't given up because we believe in the promise of public education. Educators should be paid a fair wage, and all of our kids deserve a quality education in Arizona. I have been through all of the highs and lows in public education funding, but for the first time, I am truly afraid of the intentional attempt to dismantle public education in favor of privatization for profit at the expense of our kids. For this reason, any eventual budget deal must include provisions to rein in the ESA voucher program, which has grown completely out of control. This program has abandoned its original intention of supporting special education students and strips the already limited funds available for public schools in order to subsidize tuition for those that can already afford private school, leaving the rest of Arizona's kids in underfunded, overstressed public schools that struggle to meet their needs. Put that money where the majority of Arizonans expect it to go, into their school for smaller class sizes, quality curriculum, and fair wages and benefits for all educators. We are ready to organize and mobilize to support Governor Hobbs and pro-education legislators.
So just making sure everyone understands, our legislators understand. We were able to meet with Governor Hobbs this morning and relay these same highlights, letting folks know that right now, as we are bargaining in school districts, that we are being offered cents on the dollar as raises, 1%, 2% raises for this year, in one of the most nationally renowned teacher exodus that is happening here in Arizona. And also nationally renowned double downing on a voucher program that we know is not benefiting every student. So we're here to remind folks to stand strong as we walk into budget session, to know that we will be here watching, even in the middle of the night. We'll be watching to make sure that everyone stands in solidarity like we do every day to make sure our schools stay strong, to make sure teachers and educators across the state are respected. More importantly, that we invest in the students of our schools. We'll be watching. We're going to ask you to stand strong, and we will be voting. So, thank you. Yeah. Any questions? Okay. Okay. Awesome. Thanks, guys.